Hey folks, welcome back to episode 2 of this Let's Play series of Caster of Magic. Okay, in the last episode we founded our starting town, Black Tower, which is currently a village. And we started exploring. So if we just have a quick look around the map. In the north we founded a new town called Evil River. Extremely imaginatively named. And we're just expanding to try and find the limits of this continent that we're on. Have to be a little bit careful with Master of Magic because you can only there's a limit on how many on the placement of your cities in relation to the distance between the other ones. So it's 1, 2, 3, sorry, 1, 2, or 5, I guess, if you look at it that way. You have to be basically 5 tiles away. So you have to place them in the right in a sort of smart place. This might not be the smartest place for me to put this one. However, like for example, I can't get anything on this up here now. Whereas if I'd have put it over here, I might have been able to get one here. So you just have to kind of think about this. Honestly, I think on this difficulty level, it's not going to matter too much if I'm not playing super efficiently. And look, it's me. You're not going to get super efficient anyway. So let's see where we're at. I think we can actually roll the turn. So make sure. Do we need to cast any spells? No. I might just get some skeletons in my hometown. So if we just start casting skeleton, and okay, let's just start expanding these, expanding out. See where else we can go. Now this is a decent town, and gnolls are really useful. So it would be great if we could take these guys early on. Let's have a look down this direction. Okay, so we've got copper again. I think this one's copper. Iron ore. So yeah, this reduces unit cost by 10%. So we've got 2 of those now, and these 2 areas that have got these iron ore are going to be great for pumping out units because they're just going to be so much cheaper. One thing I will say is that the units that you create in cities, the end game units can actually be quite strong, particularly if they're buffed, but they're generally weak. I mean, they're probably going to be weaker than, you know, the better summon spells, you know, so the summon creatures that you can get. So you have to sort of think about what it is that you want. Okay, let's see where we could potentially put a city down here. Yeah, we can't really see much, but it looks like at least there's nothing down here. There's no other cities down here preventing us from putting anything down. Now, can't put one down that direction, so I think we do want to go down here. Go for it. And so we've got a bowman. Bowmen have got a ranged attack, and it's at strength 3. So each icon represents a 30% chance to deal 1 point of damage by a ranged attack. This chance is penalised by 10% for each full 4 tiles of distance, except for magical attacks. Okay, and then there's some stuff describing whether you've got bonuses because of spells or abilities, minus you've got kind of penalties, and each +1 to hit or to range increases this chance by 10%. So there are certain abilities that give you melee or ranged bonuses that give you a +10% chance to hit for each one of these dice rolls. So you're essentially getting 3 dice rolls at 30% chance each to deal a point of damage. In melee, they've only got one 30% chance. That's why they've just got one, you know, they're just one of these icons. Armor represents a 30% chance to block 1 incoming point of damage. Okay, so, and resist blocks magic abilities and spells, special abilities, this kind of thing. And then finally, hit points is how many hit points they've got. You've got they can level up, so there's kind of a ranking system with, you know, going from recruit right up to I think it's elite. There might be one more level, especially if you've got one of the retorts. I forget which it is now. And then you've got 8 arrows, so this means how many times you can shoot in that particular combat. So that's just a really quick overview of what all these combat things mean. Also, you've got an upkeep, and if there's a food icon, this unit also consumes 1/2 food. So basically, the bigger your army, the more food you have to provide. I'm going to stick him on patrol. I'm going to stick him on patrol, and then we're going to change bowman. And I'm actually going to, let's have a look. I'm actually going to go for, I might build a swordsman as well. And I think I'm going to hurry this one and just spend a bit of money just to get it out the next turn. Then we can, excuse me. then we can actually get this rebel, because once we've got a bit of a garrison, garrisoning units kind of counter these rebels that we get, so that it gets them back into work essentially. Okay, well, let's just stick him on patrol. This guy's also going to go onto patrol. He's just a orc swordsman. Swordsmen have a large shield which helps them deflect. Let me just show you this actually. So large shields add +3 to the unit's defense against all ranged attacks and spells, so that helps them get into combat basically, especially when you're fighting against ranged units. We just want to make sure... Yeah, I want to kind of see if we can uncover some more of the map. If you hit F2, this shows you the map of Arcana's Plane, and we're in pink, because pink is apparently purple, and you can see our two cities here. Well, they are just towns at the moment, and then we've got Vordenax, which is the null town that we discovered, the neutral town. We've yet to discover any opponents. Okay, and we'll go to the next turn. Okay, so skeleton summoned, and we've also recruited some swordsmen. I'm going to set those guys on patrol. You'll notice now that we've got -1 food. So what we need to do is we need to actually change one of these orc peasants into tilling the fields to make some more food, because we need to... Yeah, they're going to starve otherwise. Now, I think the next thing to build... Builder's Hall is very cheap. It doesn't really do anything on it of itself, but it actually allows you access to more of these buildings, some of the higher tier buildings. I'm not going to build that yet. I don't need it. I think we're going to go for the shrine. We might actually want something that gives us production, so perhaps Miners Guild's expensive and it costs money. I think we might be better off going for the Foresters Guild. This gives us extra food harvest and production by 10%, which is pretty decent. Also, the stables. Now, this costs money, but it does give us extra production, and it gives us access to cavalry, which are fast. But like I say, there is a maintenance cost to it. Actually, that's not a bad early choice, if you don't mind paying for it. This magic market is also decent. It gives us extra magic power for us to distribute across our scales. The library gives us spell research points. This is also really useful. But I think we should go for something production-based first, so... Go with... I think I'll go with the stables, actually. Or maybe the Forest Guild, because that gives us the extra food that we need to. Okay, it's going to take 6 turns. I think generally speaking, I think especially when you're playing on the high difficulty levels, you want to kind of max your population out as quickly as possible. And this is actually quite an expensive thing to get. Maybe we just go with the stables first, because this will just take 3 turns and that will increase our production. It is going to cost us money, but we've got a bit of money. It's not a big problem. We're also going to get loads of extra money once this city comes in, because we're getting 8 immediately just from being on this tile here. Okay, so let's head south. Okay, so we've just uncovered some more of this area, and we can start planning where we're going to put our third city. Now, it doesn't really matter where we put it on here. I'm pretty sure we're going to invalidate ourselves from being able to build anywhere else. Obviously, we'll find out more next turn as we uncover. See what's over here. Okay. Let's see what... Hopefully we can uncover a new continent or an island to investigate. Okay, so there we go. That's the edge of our territory now, by the looks of it. So we want to have a think about where we're going to put this next city. The maximum population we can get, by the looks of it, is 12. 12 with a production bonus of 37 and a +10 gold bonus sounds pretty good to me. So have a look. Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to put it there. That looks like a reasonable place, and we will be able to access. We'll be able to build a harbour here too, to be able to access boats. All right, let's just go to unit here. I'm going to bring him in here and defend, and I'll just leave these spirits to do all the difficult job of exploring. Maybe start thinking about getting some casting skills slowly now. 18 power base. Let me just think about this. Only got 2 mana return as well. Yeah, probably want to start. We need to increase our power reserves, definitely. That would be really important. And also a library as soon as possible, I think, because a library will increase our research ability without us having to actually dedicate spell power points to it. Or magic power points, I should say. We can also think about sending a settler out this direction. And you have to be really, really careful to do that quick, because sometimes the enemy will send out ships or things like floating islands or even lizard men settlers so you can just swim over the sea. Maybe one here. And then we might be able to get one here too. Yeah, we should be able to do that. So here would be useful, although we might be sharing this tile here. 5. I might be able to do that one. Okay, we'll think about that. We don't have to worry about it right now. Gonna go and have a look around that direction. Okay, so Black Tower's grown to a population of 7, and we've built the stables, so that's going to give us some extra production. It is going to cost us maintenance, and you know that at this early part of the game that is a thing, significant thing. But we can actually produce 8 gold here with this marketplace, and that's going to be my next purchase, I think. I'm actually going to get this spirit to go in a different direction. So let's build our 3rd outpost. We'll call it South Reach, just so that I know that it's to the south. Okay. Ah, we found another island by the looks of it, and we've also got an excess of food. So let's get these guys working. Ah, we have found the Clacons. This is yellow. Who's yellow? Ah, it's Greetings, most powerful battle mode. So say goodbye. He's maniacal, which maniacal wizards hate everyone, reducing positive diplomatic effects by 25% and increasing negative ones by 50%. There's absolutely no positive effect from this personality on diplomacy, and they are the most fond of casting overland spells that bring harm to others. Right, we need to get rid of this guy straight away. The Theurgists will focus resources on the development of their magic powers and spell research. They prefer casting global and city enchantments more than others. Right, this guy's got to go. He's also mostly a chaos wizard, and he's got 1 book of death and 1 book of astral, which is quite weird. Okay. I think I'm just going to attack this town here. What spells have we got? Okay, I can cast skeletons in combat, and I've got some. Just make sure that I've got. Hold on, let me just patrol him. Send this guy over this direction. And I think I'm going to attack here. I've got 29 magic points. So let's cast zombies. And our zombies are going to basically take the brunt of these Clacon swordsmen. Now, have they got magic weapons? No. Okay. So this is the tactical combat. Okay, so it played out on a grid. You've had you had a bit of an insight into how the combat works. Basically, you roll a bunch of dice, depending on how many, based on how many of these swords or shields you've got. So this is your attack. Then they get a certain amount of dice rolls to resist any damage, and then you lose hit points. Now, different units have different abilities. You see, like, they just attacked us there and they lost a whole lot of their units. So we're going to win this one. And we've just destroyed their city. And we've raised up some dead. So this unit now is part of ours, because anything you kill with zombies will actually become part of your army. So this is really useful now, because we've actually got an undead Clacon swordsman. And you'll see that they're immune to illusions, cold immunity, death immunity. They're undead, which means we can't actually heal them either. But we've got no healing spells because we don't use light magic, so that doesn't matter to us. Okay, so finally it's time to wipe you off the face of the world forever. So normally you'd get a greeting So he'd say, "Ah, oh, welcome," you know, or "I'm going to kill you," or whatever it is that he would have said. But I think we missed that because we just attacked him straight away. Let's see if we can find out where Tauron is. So you'll see that in this, our opponents will gradually fill these crystals up here. And this little icon here means we're at war. Exactly what I want, because I am a battle mode. Okay, so let's get this unit back. I think I'm actually moving up to this town up here. Cast some skeletons while we're at it. Okay, so we've completed the construction of a marketplace. Great job. I think the next thing to get will probably be a library so that we can kickstart our research, because we have been taking our time. Oh, and here's some skeletons. So we can actually use skeletons to garrison, and these are cheap units. They don't have any upkeep cost, whether money or spell points, and they're not that great. However, they do have an interesting feature. They are immune to missiles. So if you're coming up against a lot of archers, skeletons can be really good. Okay, so let's just keep those guys there. Phantom beasts. Ah, we've got another island down here as well, look. Okay. Let's explore. See what could we see anything there? Ah, okay, so here we've got a tower. This is these things, if you can defeat the opponents that are in the tower, they'll actually take you down onto the second plane, which is the mirror plane. They are usually filled with extremely strong creatures, so it's very hard to get down there, and it's kind of like an end game challenge, really, I guess. Let's just go and see what's in there. Zombies. No, we don't want to enter. We don't want to waste a unit. So we've got another continent above us here. Ah, and now Tauron started summoning hellhounds. Okay, so that's his game. We have to be careful, because if he does actually get over to us, he could rush us pretty easily. These are a nasty early game unit, hellhounds. They've got a breath attack, and the way that combat resolves is things like throwing weapons and breath attacks will take place before the melee starts. So they're actually like a glass cannon. They're very, very strong when they attack, but they can't really take much punishment. So you've got to be able to either take them out from range or have something that can withstand that initial breath attack. All right. This intrepid spirit is going right around the world. I probably won't start. I'm a bit conscious now that I'm not putting anything into casting skill, and I think I should. But let's start doing that. Yeah, even if it's just 0.1 per turn. Okay, and we've got the library. The granary will help us with contributes food, increases maximum population as well. It's also relatively cheap, but it's expensive maintenance. Miners Guild is decent, but that's going to be better used on the towns that have got the minerals nearby. I think Magic Power is good because Magic Market is good because it gives us +6 power. That's always going to be useful. The barracks just gives us +1 level to all our produced units, but it also gives us access to some of the better units later, as does the Fighters Guild. I think. Just bear with me a minute. So we kind of need to grow this population. I might just grow a few turns of housing. War bears in that layer. No, let's just leave that. Okay. Ah. Oh, there's another one. Amazing. Tauron's going to hate me. Oh, I can't cast any spells. Okay. I don't think we're going to beat this. Yeah, we lost that. Okay, that's a shame. I'm not sure. Oops, I'm not sure why I couldn't cast a spell there. It might have been because I'd already. I had casting skill. I'm not sure why that was. Oh, I don't know if it's something to do with the proximity to this. Okay, well, I think that he's gonna. I don't think I'd like to have been able to take that town out, because that would have been a significant penalty to him, to his growth. But I don't know if I can. I could probably cast a magic spirit and try again. Also, just note now that if you look at our research, you'll see that we're researching Summoning Circle, but it's saying 5 turns. So we're getting 12 research points, but we've got 5 turns to the next spell. If I drop it right down to almost nothing, you'll see it's still 7 turns. That's because we've got a library now. So the library is actually helping us with research. So we don't need to put quite so much of this in. Although I do need to start putting something in. Okay. Let's go to the next turn. Okay, so his hellhounds have actually attacked us. Yeah, we can't cast any more spells. I'm not sure why that is. It might. I don't know. So my ignorance of the game mechanics is starting to show. Yeah, we didn't do much damage there. Those hellhounds are too much for just clack on swordsman. Okay. Just patrol here. Yeah, I misclicked with this. So let's just send him over this direction. Ah, we found another landmass. We've got a problem with our food, so let's go into our cities and it's going to drop that one off. Okay, population's gone up this turn as well. Maybe city walls would be a good thing to build. Yeah, it's always good to build city walls. We're at that part of the game now where the enemy will start to attack us with... Well, the game will just start throwing large stacks of barbarians at us, basically. Okay, so Evil River's now turned into a hamlet, which is great. This is great news. We've got plenty of units guarding it. We probably want a sawmill first. This increases production by 6. It costs a lot, though. The other thing we could build at the start would either be a granary or a marketplace. Granary would help it build, would actually help it grow quicker. Marketplace will help it actually... Yeah, I think it's going to have to be housing. We'll just leave housing for the time being. We probably want to leave it on housing until they've got like 5,000 or 6,000. And here's our second opponent. So let's just see who we are. We've got Merlin. Merlin's aggressive. You can still reason with... so aggressive wizards are more likely to go to war than peaceful or lawful wizards, but less likely than chaotic, maniacal or ruthless ones. You can still reason with them through diplomacy and treaties, adding a mediocre plus 20 points to their diplomatic decisions. Okay. So they're not as bad as this guy, basically, and he's also expansionist. He's primarily interested in expanding control territory. So he'll build naval buildings and is more likely to declare war on weaker wizards without provocation. Like summoning spells and spells that attack enemy cities or wizards directly, softening them up before conquest. They don't like wasting resources on dispelling city curses. Prefer to conquer more cities instead. I see. So this guy is also going to be difficult. However, we don't want to be at war with everybody. I am tempted to attack him, but I think I'm just going to leave him, actually. Let's wait for him to greet us next turn. I see that the competition has arrived. Let the games begin. Alright. Well, there's the town walls. Now, these actually give us a wall to fight from behind in tactical combat if we do get attacked. It was really important that we build this. I'm actually going to build some bowmen too. It won't take long to build, and there will be a godsend if we do get attacked early. Okay. I love the graphics so much. Okay, so we've just got Summoning Circle, and the next one we're going to go for, I think, we're going to go straight for Lycanthropy. So we do need to be getting some libraries up now. So we've got more bowmen here. I think next probably we want maybe the granary so we can start getting more food in. Yep, that's a good plan. I might actually start building some more. Oops, I pressed the wrong key. Okay, I actually want to get some more of those archers over to my other town here, because archers are actually pretty good at defending. They're not bad for an early game unit. Okay, what was that we just found? Ah, we've got a high elf village. Plenty of longbowmen and cavalry. Yeah, okay, this looks good. Oh, they got an alchemist guild as well. Alchemist guild means that they'll have magic weapons, which makes it more difficult for us to take with anything that is resistant to normal weapons. I just want to change. I'm having to micromanage this every turn, which is a bit annoying, but it's one of the problems with some of these old games. They don't have some of the quality of life features that you would expect from some of the modern games. Okay, let's just have a look what we've got over here. This looks like a place we can take. So as soon as we can, hopefully we can get some boats up and get over there. Or we could cast some wraith form on a settler. I think that worked. I might be wrong there. Okay, Evil River's grown to a population of 4. Black Tower's got the granary. I am going to build some... How much do these cost? 40 and they're 30. Let's get another bowman. In which case we're going to send... And we're going to send this bowman over to the other building. To the other city. Let's scope out this other island here. So we've at least got our own little island in this game. I say little, this is actually a continent. Black Tower's grown to 9. Have a look over here. Okay, so we've got another tower down into Mirror. 2 chaos nodes. We've got another couple of turns until that is grown. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. One of the things I will say about this is I will make the occasional mistake with the keys. The interface in Master of Magic is quite dated, and whilst it was actually quite good for its time. Even having played hundreds of hours of this game, I still occasionally make mistakes. Okay, Evil River's growing to a population of 5. Ah, there are some lizard men. Hold on a minute. The wrong key again. So, just see where that was again. We want to go to the magic. So it looks like Merlin has gone with the lizard men, I think. Yeah, it looks like it. And they might be over here somewhere too. Okay, right, we've got plenty of archers here, so we don't need to build any more. They will cost us money eventually. They're at least costing us food. Next... So, I think I'll go for the magic market next. So this gives us 6 power points, which is more power that we can put into things like research. Roll them. And patrol those guys. Okay guys, I'm going to end the episode there. I hope you're enjoying the series so far. We're just really in this sort of initial exploration phase. We're just kind of figuring out who our neighbours are, and we're already at war. But what do you expect on battle mode, right? I mean, I'm not gonna have any allies, especially not as a death mage. It's just not lore friendly. I'll catch you in the next episode, guys. Take care.